All right, what's good? We in traffic. You see the thumbnail. Well, those are those module capsule container homes. And I think I'm gonna get me a couple. Why, MK Specs? My knowledge of those container homes or module homes and capsule homes, the problem is something about you can't get no equity out of them. You need an actual traditional house. And we don't live in traditional times no more. So us men, we happy with four walls, ceiling, bathroom, kitchen. Shit, some of us like to go outdoors and rough it in a tent. But let's think about this. I don't see nothing wrong with those. The only thing I don't like is that you can look up in my shit. We'll have to do something about that. We'll have to turn that window and translucent so it'll turn into a tent or something. But other than that, have you seen them? Spacious bed, sleeping area, nice little living room, bathroom, heated floor. It's perfect. It's way better and more efficient than some of them hut homes, the fixer-uppers. Think how much money you can save. But let's be honest. The reason a lot of men with families are not buying it because of the woman. The woman want to show out. The woman want to just spend your money like crazy. No. Those things are $5,000. A home with a mortgage you have for 30 years. Trying to pay that shit off. And this is all you need. Get your families together. Get you a lot. And buy a couple of them. They come already furnished. It take a couple of hours to set up. Man, once that electricity cuts on, that Wi-Fi cuts on, you'll forget what it is. But the only reason you won't buy one because your nagging broad, it ain't what she want. If she wants some shit that's gonna really hurt your pockets, she'll say, "Oh, get that to the homeless." What? You crazy? Some of you men right now, you living in the singles. That's better than the singles. No rent. Some of y'all have a tax return, couple of kids, damn near $10,000. And you shacking up with grandmama sleeping on her couch. Telling you, I'm about to get me some land and get a couple of those. Have some trailer park shit cracking off. Now listen to me. I overheard some high-paid others, right? They was contemplating. They didn't want no damn house. That's what they wanted. That's how I learned about. I said, "Oh, they got a loophole here." Uh-oh, we got one of those. Real tall. Got a weave down her back. We don't even know that's a her. Especially these days. That broad like damn 6'6". But anyway, I digress. Get you one of those. It got the wood paneling floors. Think how much money you can save if you ain't paying rent. Once you got that big screen TV in there, man, you can plug the game on it. To a man, to a woman, I know she's not gonna think logically. But to a man, as long as them little, you see how beautiful them homes look? They got upstairs and downstairs. $5,000. $5,000 buckaroonies? Think about it. What I gotta order? Before you hit the street and be out there in the street, you could bring that over to the loved one house and say, you know what? I'm gonna pay you rent. I'll pay you $100. It's equipped with solar. You can't beat that, man. What do you mean with electric bill? Unless you're in a place that doesn't get a whole lot of sunlight. But even if so, I remember this Asian guy before I was working. This was maybe like 20 years ago. This is the first time I found out about solar. Asian guy, he was getting his home equipped. And guess how much his bill was? He was paying 17 cents a month. I tell you, it make you say, man, what the hell am I doing wrong? What the hell am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong here? I mean, somebody that's homeless, even myself, I'll snatch one of those up. Spacious bedroom, kitchen area. That particular one on the thumbnail, that's upstairs and downstairs carport. We all gonna be on the electric real quick. It charges up the Tesla. Like, come on, man. 5,000 buckaroonies. And it's possible. So don't think it's not possible. You have to change your thinking though. Because it's possible. I've seen people transform vans, school buses into tour bus. And they said, forget a house. So it makes you think like, all right, living. Me personally, I'm gonna cut corners. Only reason, like, that type of traditional house It's because my woman like that. Okay, she like that, whatever. But me personally, I don't need that. Let's get a capsule like Dragon Ball. Get one of these capsules for $5,000. Get some of the containers, man. Man, I see some projects in the projects with the container homes. And in Cali, even though we have earthquakes, they said that the housing crisis is so bad that instead of expanding on your property, they'll let you go up. They'll let you put 4, 5 stories up. Yeah, I know, I know about the signal. Damn, there's one of those Coco mobile things. Because I'm in traffic right now, so you're definitely not going to get the best out of this signal. But that's all you need. That's all you need, man. Think about that. You just need the land to put it. A normal property, 2 apartments, one in the front, one in the back, townhouse, one in the front, one in the back. Man, you can put 4 in here. Put some pine fence around it, or however you want to do this, separate. Now, when you ain't got nothing, you definitely gonna jump into it. But a lot of people, they living in the garage or something like that. You wouldn't want that. $4,999. They come and build it up. And you move it. By the end of the night, you can have your Little Caesars pizza, throw the game on Netflix, and be happy about you being in the residence. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is security. That glass got to be bulletproof. You feel me? But if it's bulletproof and it's translucent, man, I gotta get one of those. I'm thinking about getting one just on GP and don't say nothing. Call it the office. Yeah, so you gotta think different. You gotta think. Me, solar, definitely. Get off that grid, right? Now I know you probably have or haven't seen the military guy with the mobile humidifier, because if you have a humidifier, it makes water, right? Eh, dude made a couple of them and went over there to Flint, Michigan, because they needed water. It was giving the whole block water. Like if you watched Do the Right Thing with Spike and Rosie Perez, they out there playing. It's hot. They out there playing, just wasting water. Gotta get one of those. Do you know that, like in apartments, your vegetation, like certain things we shouldn't be like going to the store to buy that, your apartment complex can generate all your leafy greens. The only thing that, that I might have to still go to the market and get is meat. You feel me? I don't think I really want to deal with the pig and the chickens and stuff like that. But they have apartments where on the rooftops They're actually gardens. Now think about that. Because I've had a couple of gardens in my lifetime. That's something that my mom would do yearly. And if you know anything about turning that dirt over, then you definitely know what the hell I'm talking about. Turning that dirt over, boys, laborers. It's going to get you yoked up. And just a little small little stretch of Tiamat, Gaia, dirt and water and some heavy shit. Yes, it is. Well, you know, I had a garden before, the collard greens, the tomatoes, the peppers, the cucumbers, the squash, the watermelons, the strawberries, the green onion. Now think about that. That stuff that you throw away with the root on it, you put it in that pot. And it do like piccolo. It regrow. I was watching this guy. He had his house in Palmdale, and his stuff was off grid. But it wasn't like the manufactured, complete off grid, like where everything is done. It's like, bam, your house is off grid. He was making his house like that, right? But he had something that was very ingenious about his gardening. You know, were you using hydroponics? And you know, I have a background in 420, right? Shout out to the urbans. You know, you got soil, right? Soil take too long. Hydroponics, vegetation grows faster. But what I found out is if you mix that water with dirty fish water, pond water, whatever, man, the water we have the fish in, it made the grass grow in patches areas where it didn't. Like you didn't need Miracle-Gro. So it's proven that dirty water enriched with nitrogen makes your vegetation grow at a rapid rate. Natural. Have you noticed after a big rain, your lawn, especially in California, because they tell you to starve your lawn. After a big rain, you see how your grass looks. Your grass is full, it's healthy. So me saying that goes into correlation with this. He was growing his vegetation on the top, but on the bottom, he was farming his fish. And it was a unique cycle. Just a unique cycle. And I know that from proven from experience. In layman's terms, you have salad and you have fish to eat. That same garden can make potatoes for your French fries. Your salad, your spinach. See, with gardening, you always ain't gotta use a seed. And I know everybody's like, GMO, blah, blah. If you ain't got no seeds, you gotta start from somewhere. But once you start and grow a plant, those roots, that what do they call it, a bulb with the roots, you just throw that in some soil and you water that bad boy. You throw some of that fish water on there, you get it started, you stick that plant up in there, surprised. Save me some money and I'll grow my own food. So those little modular homes, they free up space for you to grow what you gotta grow. Have you tasted like vegetables that have been grown in the garden versus the vegetables in the supermarket? There's a big difference. There is a big difference. There is a big difference. See, it's gonna get to a point where, you're gonna have to rough it some kind of way to appreciate life. If you ain't, I think during the pandemic was the only time where people was like, woo, like, society can stop you, you can starve to death. Shit, we almost made it home. I had a few people up in here, man. I appreciate you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're going to talk about topics on this ride along with MK Specs to keep me from falling asleep. Right? And we don't want to do that. But show your love and support. Alright? I'm your host. That was the Wingman Chronicles.